Part 2, NSF's Haunted Altar Encounter. This was also when bed 9 and 10, my detail was bed 6 to 10, came to the front of the hut after checking out the backyard of the hut. They told us that they found an altar that was very clean with no dust at all. It looked like someone was maintaining the altar. I then told them that it's strange as the hut had a lot of cobwebs, so it must be deserted. With everyone trying to prove ourselves right, we then walked around the hut to find traces of humans and also to find a road/track/path that led to the hut. This was the interesting part. There was none. No road, no track, no path. The entire hut was totally surrounded by thick forest and thick bushes other than the dry riverbed. At this point of time, we started to panic. It was about 3-4 p.m. and the sun set around 5 p.m. as it was early spring. We needed to find a place to harbor, stay for the night, and decided that the deserted hut, though with a lot more questions than answers, would serve as a good spot for harboring. We didn't want to sleep on the forest floor, which would be wet and cold. We needed to comms our harbor location to our instructors every night, so we took out our maps and compasses to check where we were. This was when all 5 of our compasses were spinning like KDK ceiling fans. I could still remember the looks of my detail mates, priceless. It took us a while to realize what happened, and bed 8 said it might be due to magnetic fields interference and we should backtrack and get out of there. This was also when we realized that our signal set had been quiet for a few hours. Usually the signal set would be noisy as every detail had to report each checkpoint and location. It took less than 1 second for all of us to agree to backtrack on the dry riverbed to where we came from. Luckily for us, we managed to head back to a plantation where the previous checkpoint was after 2 hours, and by then, the sky was already dark and we harbored for the night. What was that hut? Why was it there? Why weren't there any roads/tracks/paths? How was the hut built? Why did the 2 plain white t-shirts look so new and white when the entire bedroom was in cobwebs? Why is the altar at the backyard of the hut so clean and well maintained? We had no answers, and to be honest, we didn't think so much about it.